очень сильно решает фактор, что GODSENT разыграны.
Но смотри, последний матч Тигас Пруты выиграли против Team Spirit.
Spirit хорошая очень команда.
16-6 они их закрыли, это было очень легко для них. Поэтому GODSENT будет в любом случае тяжело. Итак, пистолеточка. Что мы тут наблюдаем? Третий фраг, залетает Лаунс. Воу-воу. 2 минуса жестких оформил. Джоэл на размене.
Да, ситуация с... Хотел сказать 2 в 3, в скобочках 1 в 3.
Пока что Спраут ставит ZTR. С даблберцами остается 11 будет закладчик, но не тут-то было. Зифон просто вантап по голове.
Это было тяжело против него всегда играть.
Да, это точно. Пловский тем временем дает минус по Берри. Уже преимущество имеется небольшое за GODSENT. Зифон пробежал в сайт с бомбой, но... Ой, пытался
я тебе говорил, да.
Взорвали, но это молодцы, да. GODSENT играют в бесконтактный бой, работает великолепно. Бомба все-таки поставилась. 3-5 ситуация HiGHLiGHTS. С АВП падает, Пловский его прострелил.
Я тебе так скажу, на Вертиго вообще была одно время такая мета, но не знаю, может она и сейчас у некоторых команд осталась, что люди, ну я думаю, тут без шансов уже, да, что люди сейвят гранаты до последнего, особенно эти хаеш.
За атаку у тебя всегда есть опция либо разменять тиммейта, либо поднять его ган.
Ну да, то есть как будто иногда ганы, ну ты просто так их покупаешь. Ну, можно построить так игру, я к этому веду, что полностью на этом. Ой-ой-ой, Джоэл!
Джоэл, а как он второго убивает? Берри, он, видимо, сквозь стены его вообще забрал, не рассчитывая на это. Ну да ладно, остаются лишь 3 игрока у Спраут, 3 игрока у GODSENT. Подцепили Джоэла, он не ожидал в кармане еще 2 игроков. По итогу на апленту остается лишь 1 Дракин.
Да.
Так, подожди, момент истины, Стейгер. Он забирает Дракина без шансов, и Пловский остается 1x3. Смотрите, там 2 битых игрока. Бомба ставится, легкий фраг может быть.
Ну, там двое прикрывают.
Нет.
Без шансов. Ну, если честно, вот Джоэл...
Никак не на нике, что нижний только Б-плент.
Ну да.
И временем Ломского Дракин не попадает по зифону. Это фактор без арморда был, видел? То есть у него панч сработал, прицел дернулся и все.
Но в таких ситуациях надо на верочку Савика убивать.
Нужно позицию держать получше, нельзя перемещаться с ним в таких открытых пространствах.
Да.
Джоэл забирает тем временем зифона, 2 в 3, ретейк, будет ли его делать? GODSENT, да, будут, потому что Джоэл еще и минусует Стейхера.
Ну там...
Ну как же так? Как же так? Ты что делаешь, дружище? Как будто бы он вот просто у него, знаешь, битый Расти с эмочкой. Джоэлу больно, подорвали его. Зифон тем временем Расти убивает, уже есть антифраг, с двух сторон поминашить, но сразу же Зифон еще и Пловского забрал. Стейхер забивает ZTR, и HiGHLiGHTS в смоках. Дракин последний игрок, который выживает у GODSENT, 1x3 он остается, бомба лежит под рампой, и уже со спины Дракина обходит с девятки Зифон. Дракин не успевает фликнуть, это 7-1 пока что.
Да. То есть вообще, ну это же дефолт, если ты отжимаешь рампу, хорошо, есть энтрик.
Пытались Славонца запустить через подсад, не удалось.
Очень легко крутить челами, потому что, ну, закатаем. Ну, у них никакой инфы нет. Я не знаю,
рампу по чеку.
Ну да.
Эй, Пловский тем временем. Ребят, Б-смоки, Б-молики, Б-флэш.
Так, ну Дракин находит минус. Красиво. 4 в 3. Это шанс.
Позиция Пловского.
Да.
Но его простреливают по ножкам, видимо, заметил Зифон, либо просто на чутье сыграл. В общем-то, фраг удался классный. Берри подходит под Гвардиана. Ну, тут и без Берри справляются, Зифон просто вешает одни хедшоты.
Да, проблемы снова у GODSENT. Казалось бы, 4 в 3. О, там спину вроде бы читают.
Слушай, пока что вот у нас не лучшее начало турнира, я бы сказал, в плане вот матчей. Было 2 потных матча, и уже 3-й матч у нас выглядит разгромным. Но пока все может измениться. Расти дает минус по HiGHLiGHTS. Дракин стоит на гвардиане, Берри подкрутился под смачок, забрал Дракина, и 1x1 против Расти. Китов нет, поэтому придется как-то выигрывать перестрелку Расти, чтобы выиграть раунд. На ниндзя уже не задефаешь.
Капитанский клатч.
Итак, Берри.
Это опыт. Вот вы наблюдаете опыт.
Танцует, он просто танцует за этим электро, ловит по голове, но времени уже нет, и раунд выигрывает Спраут.
Как говорится,
1-9.
Да, не всегда нужен только АИ. Да.
Этим и сказан счет 1-9. Так, Джоэл. Была хорошая позиция, но он доджил флешку, из-за этого Стейхер успел выйти и просто навестись на голову. Параллельно Дракин промахивается с АВП, прощает Стейхера, но убивает HiGHLiGHTS. Подожди, как он его тут убил?
Припикнул. Вообще странный вопрос.
Тут вроде бы нет щели.
Ну, не, наверное, он пикал. Я думаю, с такого угла точно. Просто репикнул нагло.
Так, тем временем 2 отбитых фрага от Спраут, размен от Пловского на центре. Ситуация 2 в 3 в преимуществе. Нет.
Да, не увидел.
А Молик увидит. Опа! Дракин дает минус по лаунсу, тушится моментально. Можно было бы еще не сыграть, но он поспешил. Боялся, что его уже запушили. Пловский остается 1x2, идет он в карман. Надо делать ставку all-in.
Да не, ну такое.
Дал смачок, дернул бомбу, дергает еще раз. На мужика дефает. Стейхер.
Не успеет.
Да, ладно. Были бы хиты, успел бы, кстати.
Ну да, да. Это уже...
Хотят Зитер показывать нам шведские фишечки, играет под свой ванвей смачок, но Берри уже дает минус под Ракину. И резкий выпад от Стейкера хоронит Джоэла.
Что-то как-то прям... В одну калитку пока.
Куда мы шли? Стейкер тут уже в мейн хотел пройти, не пустили его туда. Расти пропушил Ти-спаун через центр карты. Но вот Плопского подловили на сити префайром. Размин, конечно, есть моментально от ZTR, но 2 в 3 все равно преимущество за спраутом. Чика в спину, Расти, правда, перестреливает, убивает бомбу из дифона. Остается битый красный, всего лишь, сколько там, 19 хелспоинтов он имеет. Расти. Хорошая позиция. Но, и второго. Нет, второго не получается. XL
выиграл время.
А тут ZTR гений позиции, не считался.
Ну я тебе так скажу, на самом деле есть.
Поэтому пока что хранить GODSENT не будем. На второй карте, а вот на первой не знаю. ZTR снова падает, отдает энтри-фраг, уже очередной молотовым выиграет, но он просто переключается на центр карты. Почему GODSENT так играют, непонятно. Но Расти, ладно, хоть какой-то фраг он принес, убил Зифона, бомба ставится на Б-плантуре, тейк будет 4 в 4.
Так, как мы... ну ладно, в этот раз есть одни киты. Окей, даже и смог.
Там люрки на центре обходит, нам успели показать его. Спасибо, товарищи обсерверы. Стейкер. -1, -2. Халява.
Не знаю, как по книжке все у Берри происходит, все четко по плану. И причем Беррис один из тех, кто врывается. И сколько энтриков он дал, интересно, спин на...
Да. Но должно быть понимание хоть какой-то у спраута ситуации. Пока что Джоэл вырубает Стейкера. Джоэл под Б-плантом действует, но тем временем Зифон убил Расти. Драчи тоже справился с Берри. Все, последний Зифон, ну такой раунд, GODSENT, я думаю, точно заберут.
Эх, Дмитрий.
Заканчивать. Так, Джоэл выигрывает все дуэли в этом раунде, между прочим.
Да Джоэл, честно. Он всех увидел. Ну все, тут все.
Фармежка пошла полным ходом. Просто -4 на БРМП. ZTR фармит 1800 баксов за этот трипл-килл. И Стейк удивляет своей атакой, либо же все-таки спрауты выйдут на финишную прямую. Пока что Берри падает от Джоэла. Снова Джоэл отличается энтрифрагом. На этот раз он дождался поджима центра карты.
И я сформил победу.
Выход на Б-план тем временем происходит. Лаунгс вместе с Зифоном справляется с Плопским. Есть информация, поэтому ротация полная пошла. А что делают у нас игроки GODSENT? Ребята, вы что? Подставляется бомба, теряет за электро. Лаунгс еще один килл оформляет по Расти. Зифон добивает Дракена. И последний игрок Джоэл остается 1 из 4. Он убивает Стейкера, но он еще и забирает Лаунгса. Пули кончаются, его пушат, и все-таки Джоэл 1х5 не может играть.
Что это такое наитие для тех, кто ставит? Просто наитие, не для ставок.
А что это сейчас был, Плопский?
Отложка закончилась.
Так зачем выходить? Ты же можешь переждать флешки, а потом выйти лицом, а не спиной. Ну ладно, размены бывают. GODSENT, тем не менее, делают ситуацию снова в паритете 3 в 3. Сильно, это всегда мощно за счет позиционки, плюс АИМа. Услышал вот этот, знаешь, звук прыжочка на шифте?
Да, я понимаю.
Либо скажет так. Стейкер, на тебе калашик, XL, натяжки какого-нибудь Зифона или XL. XL и так находится на фото скалашном. Забирает Стейкера, смоки развеялись.
Что-то он слишком нагло провалился играть. Ой, это угол вообще, ну ладно. Я как хейтер разговаривал, ладно. Я как хейтер.
7-1 статистику он имеет, хотя игрок звездный, опять-таки, из своего коллектива. И Зифон дал минус по Джоэлу, моментальный размен от Плопского по Берри. Фуллблайнд Плопского не позволяет убивать Зифона, это уже даблкилл от него, но тем не менее бомба ставится и ретейк начинается 2 в 3. Хелспоинтов не так много у игроков обороны. Зифон не справляется с управлением и не перестреливает.
Можно бегать, ну. Хотя можно так, знаешь, так.
Оп, убивание рампы пошло, но второго игрока мы уже не читали. Плопский даблкилл оформил, Джоэл добил Зифона. Ну, рассыпаются спrouты все-таки на этом экономическом.
Так и начинаются все камбэки, ребята. Вы думаете, что вот она как уже, да все сыграно, сейчас я там на плюс...
Закрывать трансляцию, думаю,
больше уверенности. Типа, мы такие, у нас ничего не получается, надо подумать.
Да, может быть, Лаунг все временем добывает энтрикилл по Раске, причем он действовал соло, без флешек, без прикрытия, без размена. Просто... Так, параллельно Джоэл. Красный остается, под рампой его забирают. Там еще и по голове ZTR прилетает сквозь дымы. Спрашивается, а что я тут забыл, друзья?
Смог. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй. Это был бы шанс, но так не верю. Да. Предикшену конец.
Да, судя по всему, конец. Драки на 1х3 остается. Игра у него не так сильно сдалась, чтобы делать такие клатчи, но смотрим, он не сдается. Don't give up, опять-таки. Минус по Зифон, время кончилось, он не умирает после таймера, что очень важно.
На Если они законтрят авик, ты просто посмотри назад, справа.
Здрасте.
Извиняюсь.
А что мы тут один забыли, без размена, без помощи? Плопский. Дракин такой, я должен был с тобой играть, да, братишка? Ну извиняй.
Джоэл вырубает авик. Как это важно в таком раунде, когда...
Так еще раз тебя опорника убил, Лангса. И теперь GODSENT могут идти на 8-й. Берри под смоки, видит ДКТ своего визави. Дракин говорит Зифона, в спину ЗТР выходит Берри, и Дракин добивает ноускопом стейкера, работает Дракин. И снова попытка от GODSENT будет занимать рампу. Лаунг все время на Б убивает Расти. Люркеры, так скажем, друг с другом играли.
Так опять, так уже у нас было. Так, и Джоэл опять отвечает. Какой-то дежавю накатывает. Вообще Лангс уже второй раз так убивает, по-моему, именно Расти.
Он еще и спину подпушил. Красивый фраг по Джоэлу. Не отпустил его на плейт, добыл всю информацию, а уже укрепили втроем игроки Спраут. И как же тяжело GODSENT оправдать предикты Люка.
Ребят, нам надо взяться. Да нет, кому-то идти на А, это ошибка.
Ой, или не ошибка. Плопский убил стейкера сквозь смачки. Тут, видимо, ванвей на ванвей. Вот так вот. Чей ванвей сильный.
Как же он... Ой, что-то почудилось, Берри. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой.
Кселу, вот он, игрок без китов, который не купил киты, промахивается с авика, его душит, и он погибает в молике. Лангс остается 1x3, но его добивает ZTR, это 10-15. Рампу, мне кажется, он тут рожденный на рампе, вот в этом духе, знаешь. Каждый раунд за так посмотрим, он здесь. Лангс убивает Расти.
Да у меня опять... Да сколько можно?
Джоэл прокрался на Б-плент, вышел на
Не увидел? Не увидел плечо?
Берри параллельно убивает Плопского, Дракин разменивает. Ой, какой хедшот Зифон вешает Джоэлу, и по всей видимости это будет good game. Или нет? Бомба плентится сквозь смоук, ZTR успел его поставить, убивает параллельно Дракина, ZTR остается 1x4, убивает Зифона. Слышит двух игроков в сайде, он их видит, но граната под ноги, и это, друзья, good game, well played. Спраут после лострика.
GODSENT as they are starting on that T side, but Sprout seem well aware, able to get that initial pick from Stair, and looking to find more. Stair able to make it a double, but okay, Draken make it 3, fully shut down the entire defense single-handedly with that block, able to make some magic happen, and that USP sticks out. So Lonks is caught, able to find one. Of course, even if he found the second utility and get ready to run into that site. Rusty take that initial contact with pistol, able to mow him down, but of course the MP9 so deadly. Yonks and Stair able to find one each and work with Zello to potentially trade. You can see Plopsky so low, they're worried about that bomb dropping, which is exactly what happens. Now CTR has to find cover to plant this bomb. As Zello lurks through, he has the info, finds 2 good shots onto one, but it's a good trade to follow up Joel with the response. And now the fight begins. Initially starting with some classic mid-control. Question becomes, how much do they want to risk directly breaking into that B site with 3 players now picked off, just unable to with CTR, trying to lurk mid to find an opportunity to get that AK picked up, and they'll put it to good use to mess around with without some significant consequences. Speaking of which, Plopsky with a good headshot onto Zello. Feels like a rare situation to say it, though Siphon with a fantastic response, straight that opportunity. The sound cue's given away, his position's known. And Lux is aware, but not that prepared. And the off angle from Rusty, no vision of it. Considering it's such an OT brawl. Fighting through for it. Of course, it was the CT side. It looks like both these teams found. Putting 2 players aside, and Lonks with this potential off angle for mid control, but swinging wide, pushing more curious, leaving himself. Handle and Draken, hearing that bullet, wants to go for the peek, and it gives away his position to know to look for the shot preemptively. And now this A site's fully cracked up. They've given full control of it away. Though Zello, good shot on the Drakfinger too to help them. They have to go for this fight, and the ZTR will land that headshot onto Barry. Not prepared for such an awkward situation to find success. And he even gets dinked directly in the head without the head armor. They'll be able to follow up on the next shot, but no defuse kit, no clutch to come on in, and Rusty will even take him on the way out. Will cost him his own life, but he certainly found. now lane. When it comes to stereotypical rounds, at least. But why not go for more when you can? I plant, and Barry has the flank to deal with it all. Even completely blind. He's so patient, and that's a double from the coach. Lonk's able to easily finish it off, and that's going to be Smoke's really get the good spray on the first. Should be enough cover for them to allow get away with the defuse. But it's good info and exposes the team a little bit. Stair is able to just isolate and take down Plopsky. All the info in the world that Yellow is giving to him. And they just go for the trades, just trying to fight one-on-one. And it breaks perfectly evenly, allowing Siphon to find the rest, leaving it to this 1v1. Minor amounts of inflicted damage is completely unconfirmed. And it Boris creeping on up at least a little bit. A good tag from Zello. Stair follows up. That's a two-man advantage. Of course, Zello got out a little bit too aggressive. That's where the problem comes in. Denying the rotations from coming in, if not making them take even longer on the side, which is... Have to wonder what the next... They see Draken topping the entries, hunting for more. Scoped in with that AWP, and Barry will try to take the op peak right against him, or at least the rifle peak. Get taken down. That jump peak for info. Again, it's just another pick. I don't know how GODSENT are finding these. There's not really much support flash to utility. They're just finding the way to win the aim duels. Now, of course, enough tracers given away. Long even thought of the possibility of peeking this. Just hold your strong position. And hear what sounds like one singular player. In this case, likely CTR, throwing every single bit of support utility imaginable under the sun to get the lose site. That B site taken, and okay, nice shot onto Zello. Rusty causing a bit of a ruckus. Of course, Siphon will at least be able to go for this. It won't stop him. The molly's good. Deal, but certainly good enough. Especially when there's a lack of utility. Unsprout, but Steer is able to find a double somehow, and Barry with one leaves it to a 2-on-2. Trying to hunt Rusty down with the spam. They're desperate to get that cave control, finally able to isolate him out. Zello removes him. Surprisingly misses the follow-up op shot, but gets a follow-up shot. See some pretty heavy donut utility not connecting. Need something to stop the push the best they can. But again, it is a fantastic play. And the fact it's with the double up means there's no way to avoid him here. Meaning that Plopsy's left in a 1v4, gets caught out in mid. Willing to take the risk for whatever's going on. And there's that initial contact. Zello unable to find one, but of course it's a good trade from Lynx. Follow, as well as one from Siphon. Setting the duels, changing the engagement of what play. And of course, with this T side of... Though a good surprise on the first, and of course Barry is fully armorless. That won't stop him from taking the peek. But man, they need to start finding something on the CT side, but instead it's Zello with another pick early, and with it they're just pushing into the site. Why not make it a second one now obtained by launch? CTR did find time to pass the molly, but the flashbang, just in case, is perfect. Means he's isolated. The trades are clean, and the last player swinging out to try to... Vision continues, and Longs wants to go for that early mid-timing. The flashbangs are perfect, and so is the entry. That's an early kill, and they know there's one player still in this A site, Max. Their outer ramp position to the best of his ability. Not in the open, of course, and now that flank's been given away. Rusty's found one. Joel with the follow-up. Barry and Zello immediately out of the round, put into the 2v4. Able to find one. Siphon with the double, make it 3. Ready to clutch it all individually. Draken, the last one left, able to find the first. Now has to throw a smoke down on the bomb. Of course, fakes it as he has to find a defuse kit, but he can't. Has to just go for the kill, maybe try to run, and Stair will deny either possibility. He's on the line on Draken with the op. But of course, Siphon's taking the close duel, swings wide. Draken takes him down with the AWP, swings wide, and it's the flank. It's all up to steer the ship and recover. Barely on this defense. They can't catch a break. Everything's taken away, and Zello's even holding, peeking mid. Brought down to 16. No kills is left into 5v5. But with all that damage, it's so problematic. And a second player lurking through the smoke, there's no reason anyone would expect Barry to be here. Lonks lost a little bit slow on Zello. They're going to be okay with that. Barry's going to be looking for just the right time to activate on the flank, hero rotation, and seal this round. That is essentially a 2v4 currently. Patiently waiting, finds the first. CTR's low, but he hasn't found anything else just yet. And that head should be seen. Cello's realized it. He lands the flick. It's a fantastic shot, and he's fully rotating. They have the time, and Barry can set up his crossfire with him as he lands the flick onto the first, and it's Zello's time now to get a 3 play to clutch Sprout into another situation. But Barry, it's okay to have your struggles, to not perform too well, but you have to find something. And leaving yourself exposed like that, CTR, no one to help him push. Sure, he finds a pick onto Locks early, but easily able to lurk through the smoke in response is Siphon. And there's another one down. Joel removed, and they're trying to go for this aggressive play towards B. It's a good play to make. It's one of the better responses I've seen ever since the map changes were introduced initially in the UK scene. I was starting to play the map actively. A minute to work with 1v3. He's already gotten 3K to clutch things around, and he's in to get the info to surround him from behind. The time is closing as the nade's thrown, and it's a clean headshot from CTR. Should be able to catch the tease, but he's just playing a little bit too passive, able to finally find the double. But of course, it's a double in response from Stair and Cypher. Takes the first duel and gets back before a response can come in. It's a perfect pop flash, but he only finds the one. Rusty able to recover while blind, and Locks able to find the one, and he just knifes out, runs away, is able to catch the rotation. Perhaps we're starting to see the issues of why that early smoke, and just freely pushing through with the MAC-10. Unaware of the possibility of the cubby position, Barry will be removed. Presence here towards mid. It'd be better to just give it up and slow down the pace. However, slowing down the pace allows Draken to get a comfortable shot in to Stair. And now Cypher has to lurk onto this A site. They're able to find the solo player. It's still those rounds you have to win if you're Godsent. It would be so difficult to win successfully. It's a good first, and wait a minute, it's a double. If not for the one tap from Siphon through the smoke, headshotting through walls onto Rusty, and he has 3 HP to make this clutch happen, and he no-scopes it to get utility, hoping they can take out all 5 players. Sprout at least find that bomb plant. That alone could be GG, if not for the fact that there's a gap in that smoke that Cello was able to find the initial pick. 4 players left alive for Godsent to keep their hopes alive in this best of 3 before getting sent down to the 0-1. Joel able to find one, of course, able to make magic happen always with that MP9. Though how much is that going to matter when his teammates falter in front of him? And Barry can take out rifles with an MP9. This coach is absolutely ludicrous lurking through the smoke. The gap's found. Plopsky will be able to take Barry down without a response. Still, it is 2v3 and a little bit too many bullets spent. Plopsky able to confirm the site's clear for his teammate, and that's exactly what Joel will try to capitalize on to find the first and the double. It's Joel. For timings, and now you have a different situation. You're used to CTR being in an aggressive position, but okay, why not just get a double through the smoke to confirm the second? But of course, Siphon has something to say. He's been aggressive for this position. Just want to do their best to keep the plant safe. That Deagle able to chip down CTR, but instead it will follow up and take him down. Just able to follow up through the CT smoke rotation to take him out, and the time in the smoke favors Cello, but of course it is a 1v2. He finds the first, but not able to find the second for the 3K. Finally, that this cavern control will be kept by Sprout, and there's only 15 seconds left. They have to go for this bomb plant soon, and Plopsky finding a double through the smoke. It's beautiful spam through this cave. So I guess there's a little bit of a gap through it he's able to see. And it is up to Zello to find the response. And it's the flank. The lurk from Siphon finds a double. And suddenly Draken's left 1v2. He has to go for his clutch. Can't do it with the op. Able to find the first with the ZZ. And he's going to just stick the defuse with the kit. Siphon isn't prepared for this. And it is a massive clutch. Yeah, in store. That's very early mollies. I feel like they could have gone a little bit quicker on that play. Siphon able to catch the first player in that situation. Instead, they're just relying on Plopsky in that cave position. The sound cue gives away his position, but he still finds the first and the double with a bit of help from ZTR. They, in fact, make it 3. A bit of a miracle, and Draken with this flank, of course, should be able to catch Stair out. The far more vulnerable. Draken trying to hold close, and the jump peak is able to read the info, so he just spams him through with the info provided. A beautiful spray down onto Draken. Surprising he holds that position. Plopsky finds a response on. It's dangerous, but it's all up to ZTR. He has the info of the rotations, able to catch one of them to leave it 3v4. Don't be wrong at the moment, it's Sprout being tested to their very core once again, especially with that amazing shot from ZTR. And even Cypher going for the long lurk around mid, being fully caught out. Of course, it's a good op shot, but there's too many players running him down as the bomb. Of course, the late rotate, but they know the mid player stuck here. They're able to molly him off. CTR denied this time around, and they're going to be holding for the donut rotate, so they take out another, but it's Plopsky again with the flank, with the double. The push through, everyone lurking through smokes, trying to catch players off guard. But of course, Barry able to hide. It's just lurks on lurks on lurks as the kills spread all over the map. There's 30 left in this clutch. Try to land the flick with the op. Goes for it, unable to fire the shot in time. A bit too low HP. Cello understands the double peak could be coming in soon. Unable to land the flick. That's him taking down 4 players left from Sprout to keep the second map alive. They look so dominant, and to lose it now would be so rough going into the third of Inferno. And Plopsky with a double seems ready to confirm it. Siphon sees the shoulder of one, able to take him down. But Rusty, of course, immediate trade. It's a good headshot, though it's through the corner. So Rusty finds the double up, and his position is known, and he's able to get it single-handedly. GODSENT to close the CT pistol so aggressively for info. But Joel White swings out. He gets the info, and there's 4 players to knock say hello. And I think there were sound cues heard on both sides. Draken with a good shot, but he needs to find the follow-up. Cyclone takes him down, and Barry is unable to find anything. Taken down, and Flashbang try to help out his team, able to flush out one of the T's. But every single one of them is in these pit stair positions on this back end of the site. They're able to make things so close and interesting. They're able to choke him out, going for the knife. Rusty takes him down. They don't have... And what a better response than Lonks finding that initial pick. Completely blind, trying to evade for the info. Amazing, he finds nothing. Barry able to take out Rusty. I don't even know where he found him. But it's just an amazing round from Lonks, able to find control, and they want to go for this fast. Draken, rare missed shot within the 30-degree angle, unable to land it. And the molly itself can be with Inferno sometimes. Very similar. Even then still, they're just keeping a heavy rotation player available of Draken with this AWP as he finds his wreck nade onto both of them, bringing them both down to the 70 HP mark, which means this MP9 can go to town and start snacking. The CT smoke's faded. There's no participation needed even by the offer. Been having a fantastic success with it. And getting ready. It's a good flashbang to break through, but good anti-flash position from Stare to respond. And even swinging, finding the double onto ZTR. And they'll hop away with 2, and they'll happily go towards an A-bomb site. They're set in a 5v3, doesn't matter where they go. Joel only able to find the 1 far today. Going to have to keep that up. It's a fantastic aggressive play. Understanding the aggression. Very not afraid to understand the advantage of the timings and his situation. Won't let that discourage him. And he even finds the trade for Rusty. Able to help out his team 1 at a time, making it a 4v3. I'm just waiting for that smoke to fade. It's another fantastic trade scenario, just playing around that man advantage. Lonks is completely aware of the situation. And even though the spray from Joel doesn't connect with that FAMAS, that's okay, because ZTR can easily get a double with the MP9. Such a strong weapon. He has to find a way to get the headshots. Absolute crime to see that stolen away. Can't imagine there's many options for them to do. Draken and ZTR with 1 each early. ZTR, you know what? Make it 2. Full banana control. Any kind. You see even the rotations going through the MP9. It's great. It's not that great. Players boosted up. Multiple of these rune boxes. Lonks going for the flick. Any lands the optimistic about. Yeah, though that won't stop the P250 from being able to get a kill off the waterfall. And they're in fact looking for more. They're able to isolate Joel, take him down, leave it to a 3-on-3. I don't know if that gap was seen through the smoke, but he can certainly see it now. Though he also sees his teammate fall from Lonks going aggressive with the AWP. Double flashbangs to pop flash across, and it works perfectly. A chance the shot does go through. Now, the heavy off angle, the Tech 9, the mobility from Zello finds 1, but unable to find the double. Rusty. Sure, the half isn't slipping away from them, but that could happen at any moment, especially if they lose that duel. They're able to save the day. Brought down to 33, he's so low. The trade's going to be easy for Plopsky, especially with the space to freely move away. There's no way for the trade to come in, and they're not ready for Draken to be prepared for a push through the smoke. Able to get that easy punish. Joel almost caught off guard, but it's good damage with the op from Draken to take out Zello, leaving it to a 2 utility, able to smoke and molly everywhere they please. But it's a good flashbang that should have killed Plopsky, but Barry, again, he is in this coach position, can't excuse a few blunders, but that's certainly the first notable one we've seen so far. Those info peaks relying on the player to get that extra little inch of height, be able to quietly jump across, and a shoulder was caught out before the head was. Straight through, push through the smoke, unable to find the first. And the M4 of Joel with the boost from Plopsky, able to find 1 each, 3v3 retake scenario. ZTR trying to lurk through the smoke to get the trade, but the damage has been done. Siphon finding 2, leaves ZTR in the 1v2. And this should be a round done. Could have done more. We'll be certainly happy with that. And there's a bit of a gap through that smoke. It's a bit red where that position he was hiding was. But they're not going to be reading Rusty also hiding through the smoke. Trying to find just the right timing, and he finds 3. Tears them to shreds. Perfect transfer. There's 1:19 left. But Stare just has a piece and then the rifle. So I can't even blame him for it. A little bit of certified Furia strats, and just barely unable to connect that second spray. Get that 5th bullet to allow Zello to be taken out by that A4. As its spray is. And similar stories will continue with that blew through these CT smokes without the information provided. Only one not scared enough. Again, planted on the A site. Plopsky able to call that to his teammate to go for a rotate, except he tries to go for an off angle by rotating through mid, and that is exactly where he is expected. Plopsky able to outread one of the flanks. Has to go for a lot of pre-fires, unable to land the flick on the second. To stop Rusty from trying to find that initial contact with the Glock all the way up mid, and for the dualies to be the one to actually find it. Damage already done, though not without its consequences. Siphon finds one, and trying to jump away. Joel with an amazing flick onto Lonks. Clear him out, and all this running can easily be heard. They're somehow able to find one bouncing through that, but that's all that will be found as the CT players are sandwiched. Wanting to go for that info, and it's going to cost them everything. Barry gets caught out. That's a man disadvantage once again for Sprout. GODSENT are looking to sprint across the finish line. They can see the end of the tunnel of this marathon, and they're sprinting towards it on a speed that is on. Throw some counter utility, try to contend against GODSENT, and a good kill from Lonks early towards second mid means he can play super aggressive towards this, but somehow missing that spray, failing to connect, and Plopsky finds an equally cool, and now the weak buy, the mixed pistols are unable to convert. CTR with a double, and it's all up, but it's a lot to ask of them, especially when there's a player just hidden in the smoke, flanking from behind, and he's able to find one before he's taken out. Now, Plopsky and Rusty just have to play a bit of a name game. Just a little bit of chicken as the entire site is clear. The timing's found. He misses the initial shots, able to recover it, and it's 14. Now with this, Lonks is bringing out the AWP to attempt to respond, and it's a beautiful initial shot. But the double HEs will make sure that it's not free. And of course, it's double off. Zello to find one of his own. And have some kind of presence, but unable to clear it just yet. Now being seen. Stare able to find one, but Plopsky, again, with the double just before Zello finds the op shot on the reverse. And Plopsky trying to take him down before the rotation of last remaining player. And now things are a bit awkward as he kind of smoked off his teammate. He has to run through, and it's Plopsky with the 4K to get far from their last. At least two more best of threes remaining. And Rusty to find the first. Lonks with a quick trade, trying his best to hold off these players. Smoke and not giving it away too early. Good read, and the flashbang's perfect. Allows Zello to follow up, as well as Barry with these MP9s, causing a bit of an issue. As Siphon now finds one with the Deagle. This could have been the close for God. Ready to catch this initial pick on the cross, but instead it's good spam, bringing Zello down low to 18. Trying to be able to catch it fast enough. Don't forget $15 free deposit as Zello with his 15 HP deposits around. Takes out Plopsky. No clutches from him this time. So they almost line up. He's able to just take the duels one by one. Tuck on by. They don't seem aware of this, but they are now as Siphon is caught exposed, taken out, and it's Barry with a double. That's about all. Otherwise, they're just executing in there directly as normal. The first one down, 4 left to keep the hopes alive. Zello's taken out. So quiet, waiting the best he can. Siphon finds 3. Somehow a miracle to keep Sprout alive in this. This should have been GG. This should have been the call. The plant just now going down, and Draken might be just the one to end it. Caught looking for the one taps, and he finds both of them. Clean precision with the flicks.